everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And today we're back as we continue our build of Eaglemoss Hero Collector's 1/8 scale Ecto-1, and today we got our sights on issue number 19. Now before we head on over to the build table today, as always, you guys know the routine. If you want to start your very own Eaglemoss Hero Collector 1/8 scale Ecto-1 build, we've got links right down below in the description. Click it, sign up today, and start your very own build. Build the Ecto-1 that we're building in this video series. But now that I've said that, let's go ahead, let's head on over to the build table, and let's start the building. All right, Ghostbuster fans, welcome back here yet again today as we continue our build of Eaglemoss Hero Collector's 1/8 scale Ecto-1 as we tear into issue number 19. And today, I'm pretty pumped. Right here you can see we're going to kick it off with actually adding in some of the LEDs that will eventually go in the top of the Ecto-1, like with all the Ecto-1 gear and everything, you know, like the lights and all that. So I'm pretty excited to actually, you know, get that in place and turn on some of those lights and give them a try here today in today's video. As well, it looks like that we're at the beginning stages here of constructing the body. Yes, we're actually going to start to construct the actual outer Ecto-1 body today. So that is pretty exciting. But once again, we're going to kick it off here with the roof light LEDs. Stage 67, let's go ahead and bring in stage 67 here. As you can see, we've got more electronics, so let's go ahead and unbag here. All right, and here we are there. Let's go ahead and remove these pieces. Well, that's a lot of wires there. So our first step is going to be fitting the Propello Ray wires. And actually some of the wires we're going to be using here today were actually already unboxed or unbagged or unpackaged, whatever you want to call it, in one of our previous build videos. And the first bit of advice here is start by plugging the Federal 19 Propello Ray wire into the Federal 19 Propello Ray LED. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these wires out of the way here and bring in the old Ecto-1. So I think, yeah, I have to find the J wire, which is this wire right here. And then we're going to bring in this cable and connect the two together. There we go. And that's going to pretty much work as, I guess, kind of like an extension cable here, because then we're going to go ahead and plug this wire in. Once again, it's marked as J. This wire was part of today's stage 67, so that is all plugged in there. And then from there, we're going to do the exact same thing with the letter K here. Oh, I got that in the wrong direction. Let's plug that in. Now the secondary wire going in there. Okay, so yeah, we've got the K in there, we've got the J in there. You know what? I'm going to take a look at this book right quick. I'm going to see exactly how much of today's stage is like that, and I may kind of speed up the video just a little bit here, so bear with me. Okay, so we continued on, we connected both the wires for L and M. From there, it is now telling us to kind of try the lights out, so let's go ahead and hit the on switch there, which is just hidden underneath the Ecto-1, and let's turn on the siren, and the lights. Well, where's the lights? There's the lights. Okay, so we got those on there, and as you can see, there is the little blue LEDs lighting up there. Looks really good. Okay, from there, you gotta move Ecto just a little bit. Our next step is gonna be fitting the Code 3 Force 4 XL wires. Whatever that means. So to do that, we're going to be pushing the Code 3 Force 4 XL wire marked with the letter N. Let's grab that. Oh, I found that here. So this is the wire they're talking about. And then from there, we're going to be pushing that into the Code 3 Force 4 XL extension wire, which it looks like it is this one right here. So let's go ahead and push those together there. There we go. Then we're going to take the two Code 3 Force 4 XL LEDs and insert their plugs into the two sockets here. One socket, two sockets, at the end of the extension wire. So let's go ahead and bring those in. So it looks like for those wires we're going to connect in there, it looks like they are identical. So it really shouldn't matter too much as to which one we connect to, because there is a shorter and a longer one here. But let's go ahead. Yeah, let's just insert that into here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with the other one over here. So let's plug this guy in. Alright, so I think I've got everything plugged up here as to how they're asking in the book. Let's go ahead and turn this on and see if we Gonna get this thing lit up. No light. Well, there are switches here. Let me... No? Okay. Oh, you know what? I think, yeah, the wire fell out. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's plug this in here. Come on. There we go. And let's flip the switch again. We have got lights there. Let's flip this switch. And there we go. We've got lights there. So once again, a few more blue LEDs here for the Ecto-1. As I've already mentioned, let's turn that off right now. As I've already mentioned here, those are going to go on the top of the Ecto-1 with all the gadgetry and such there. So let's move this aside. Our next step here is, well, that's actually it. So right now we are done stage 67 here. Let's flip this, and coming up next, we are going to start with the body front frame. So yes, we're going to start with some of the more exterior pieces of the Ecto-1. So let's go ahead and move the Ecto here out of frame. And from there, let's go ahead and bring in, here it is, stage 68. And this is to kind of house or, go around the engine of the Ecto. But man, like, look how huge that is. I mean, I have this Ecto in front of me, and I know it's going to be a massive beast, but this really puts it in perspective. This thing is going to be humongous. All right, so we got that front body frame out of the packaging here, and as you can see, as you can hear, it is made of metal. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first step here, which is going to be fitting the left and right parts. It looks like that'll be pretty easy to do. We just gotta match that up to what we see in the diagram here. And then we're just gonna grab this little piece here. We're gonna put it in place. There it is. And then we're gonna secure that using 2 BM screws right here. So let's pop those in. Okay, and there we go there. So 2 screws are now in place. That's looking good. Let's go ahead and do the other side. It's the exact same idea. We're just gonna fit this piece in there. And once again, 2 more BM screws. Okay, so now we've got those 2 screws in place. So the left and right parts, as they're called here, they are fitted there to that body front frame. From there, we're going to be installing the hood lock pin, which the hood lock pin is right here, I think. Yeah, so this piece here, let's go ahead and unbag it. I think we just kind of drop it. Yeah, just kind of nestle it right in there. And then we're going to be securing it in place. From the other side here, we're going to be driving a BP screw up underneath it. Okay, so there is that now. And the hood lock pin is right there. You can see it. It's in place. We're ready to roll on here with step number 3 of stage 68. And step number 3 is going to be fitting the engine information plate, which it looks like, oh man, it's this little kind of tiny. Is it a sticker? Come on, get out of there. There we go. Or actually, no, it's not a sticker. I mean, there is adhesive here you can attach to it, but this is just a really thin piece of what feels like metal. And it looks like for this, we're just going to attach it right in this area here, right in there. So let's go ahead. Looks like we're just going to remove the adhesive kind of backing here. And then we're going to put that adhesive backing on the plate. And then, much like double-sided tape, we're going to peel off the other side here of this adhesive strip. There we go. So we got that off, and then we just have to put it in place. There we go. Okay. So it looks like stage 68 is finished there. And I know I've talked about this before in the past as I've built Eagle Moss Hero Collector's 1/8 scale Ecto-1. Once again, what we're building here today in today's video. But the level of detail that they feature in here is just incredible. I mean, they didn't need to put that small little information plate on this Ecto, but they did. And I'm thankful that they did because, yeah, I love that little thing there. Now, I think today, actually, we're going to do a little bit more because I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty antsy. And I want to finally start to construct this, you know, the actual exterior body of the Ecto-1. And we're going to be doing that here with stage 69. We're doing the headlight LEDs and body frame parts here. So let's go ahead and bring in stage 69, and this is going to be a hard one to get on camera because look how freaking big this thing is. The camera's trying to focus on it here the best it can. I think I'm actually gonna have to reconstruct kind of how I film these videos because this build is becoming much, much bigger with the addition of these pieces here. So we got out of the box here, and here it is, the main body of what is going to be the Ecto-1 here. That's obviously where the windshield is going to go. This is where the roof rack is going to begin up top here. We're going to have the main doors. Whew. This is exciting. This is... I'm going to try and not get too flustered here. I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way just a little bit. And our first step here is going to be combining the frames. Which, yes, there is this piece that we, just constructed. And we're going to be adding that to the Ecto-1. Well, I should say adding it to the kind of the front frame, middle frame? Yeah, middle frame I'm going to say with this. So to do that, we're going to turn the Ecto-1 upside down. Once again, the frame, I should say. I shouldn't say that. I mean, this isn't the Ecto-1. This is just the frame. So we're going to turn that upside down first and foremost. And it looks like our first step is actually going to be removing screws. So I'm going to take a screw out of here. I'm going to take a screw out of there. And yeah, that's going to be our very first step today. It's kind of weird to actually be removing screws when it comes to, a build. We're then going to make our way around to the back here. We're going to remove this one here. Alright, so I've got the both the front and the back supports, I guess you'd call them. What, they just call them metal strips. So yeah, those have been removed. And now we are going to attach the front end of the Ecto, which, how is this going to go in here? There we go. Put a little bit of pressure on it there. And okay, we're now going to be securing that in place using, what do we got here? Oh, that didn't help matters. Let's go ahead and do that again there. So yeah, we're going to be securing that in place using 3 LM screws, 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead and get the first one here in the middle. So I got the front end now secure there, at least a bit, with once again the 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3, all 3 screws underneath there. Once again, I'm still blown away by the size of this Ecto-1. Despite how many videos I've made and how long I've been working on this thing, yeah, this is really putting it into perspective here. I'm gonna need a bigger house, I have a feeling. Now there are a few more screws that we need to add in here. It looks like, yeah, 2 more LM screws. One on the side of here, and then one on the other side, further securing everything in place. All nice and tight. And when it comes to our build videos, one thing is important. It's making sure everything stays nice and tight. So it looks like for our next step here is we're actually going to be fitting the lights in the, the front grille of the Ecto-1 here. It looks like it's just going to be the right headlights to begin with here. And yeah, it's been a while since we've actually taken a look at the front grille, so I'm excited to finally get this, eventually installed here. And for our first step, we're once again going to start off by removing something here, which is going to be the front bumper section, so like this section right here. So let's go ahead and take this out of the Ecto. To do that, we're actually going to have to remove 3 AP screws. Front bumper section now taken off there. From there, our next step, it looks like we're actually going to start to run the electrical, some of the lighting in here. And a correction from earlier there, I stated that it would just be the right headlights, but it does look like I'm going to be doing the left headlights as well in this step. Woo, I'm excited. So for our first step here, unplug the right headlight LED from the PCB, which is once again up on the Ecto-1 up here. So we're going to be removing that and then pushing the 2 bulbs into the back of the 2 right headlight reflectors here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that should be, I think it should be the lights labeled P. Yeah, that would be it. Let's go ahead and bring those in here. Well, actually, let's go ahead and detach those. There we go. And it looks like we're just going to push those right in. Is that all we do here? Yeah, that's all there is to it. Okay, so that's pretty darn easy there. So we've got one in. Let's go ahead and put the other one in here. Awesome. So this stage also came with these little pieces, which are going to be they're like small little black pieces, as you can see, but these are going to be wire covers, which means that is what's going to kind of hold these in place here. So let's go ahead and start affixing these. It looks like we're going to start with the middle one first, and at the same time we're also going to be reattaching that front bumper section. So we've now got the middle wire cover in place there, and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing there, you know, making sure the wires stay all neat and tidy. And one thing I forgot to mention is I actually put that in place there as well. The additional two that I'm about to put in here, both the left and right hand side wire covers, is I did actually have to use different screws here. You can see they're small little PP screws. They're a little bit longer than the ones I took out of there originally, just because obviously now since we do have wire covers in there, you know, it's a little bit more material, a little bit more plastic. So yeah, we did need a bigger screw there. So give me a second, let's go ahead and I'm going to attach both the left and right hand wire covers here. So final wire cover is in place, and I think that's how everything is supposed to look here. From there, our next step is going to be installing the left headlight, which, like I said, this was identified as the letter P. The left one here will be identified as O. So let me go ahead and detach that one. So we got that one now detached, and once again, we're just going to run the LEDs in here, put a little bit of pressure, and get them in there. Alright, so we got both the left-hand headlight LEDs now in place there, and that brings us to the end of stage 69. And I guess today we might as well not stop there. Let's go ahead and finish off issue number 19 today with stage number 70. And it looks like it's going to be an easy one. We're just going to be attaching, oh my, the back end of the outer frame of the Ecto-1. Whew, here we go. So to kick off this step, let's first show you the piece in the box. Once again, this is the back end of the Ecto-1 here. Let's go ahead and unbox it. And here it is, all ready to go. Once again, this outer frame is, well, you can hear it once again there. All metal here, and it looks like for our first step, what do we got here? We've got another metal strip that we need to remove. And apparently this metal strip was actually already kind of in the process of being removed because, yeah, one of the screws actually fell off in transit to me. But that's okay, that makes my job just a little bit easier here today. Let's move this around here, and yeah, let's unscrew the other side. Alright, so that has now been removed there, so it looks like our first step, well, I should say our second step after that, is going to be fitting the kick frame. That is going to be on the, or at the back end of the Ecto-1 here. So let's go ahead and set this up here. And this is the kick frame it came with here. This is plastic, not a metal or anything like that. Just a quick FYI. Let's go ahead and pop that, and we go into place. And we're going to be securing that using 3 QP screws. Alright, so I got the last screw in place there, and the kick frame has been fitted to the back end there of the Ecto-1. From there, we were also given this small little black piece, which is actually going to be the rear door catch. And yeah, it's just going to rest kind of right into the side here. Yeah, just right in there. And to secure this in place, we're going to be using 1 BM screw. So let me find that BM screw right quick. And bam! BM screw, we got you there. You're in with the Ecto-1 there. Have a good time. Now after that, you can see what's next. We're going to be attaching the main body here together. So let me go ahead. I'm going to bring that the front end here. All right. Yep. Once again, all metal. Weighs a ton. And then we're just going to be kind of attaching. Oh, look at this. Everything's going to kind of intersect here, it looks like. Yeah. There we go. So everything just kind of intersects there. And then we're going to be running, what do we have here? 4 HM screws through the side here. 2 on this side, 2 on this side. And yeah, that's going to attach everything together, at least for now. And with this screw, we've got all 4 screws now in the Ecto-1 frame here on the back end. And I hope you guys get a good idea of exactly how big the scale is here. You know what? Being how I have this camera set up right now, I know you can't. So let's actually move the camera around a bit and give you guys a bit of a better look here of the Ecto-1 as it stands right now. Now, hopefully this gives everyone out there a better sense of the actual scale of this Ecto-1. Once again, this 1/8 scale Ecto-1 from Eaglemoss Hero Collector. Now, a quick heads up, at this point in the game, we're not actually supposed to put the frame on, but I thought I would just for this video. I made sure not to pinch like any of the wires or anything like that. I just wanted to give myself a better sense of the scale and at the same time give you guys a better sense of the scale. In fact, let's go ahead, let me bring in this Hasbro Plasma Series Peter Venkman figure and just check out how this Ecto-1 dwarfs that action figure there. Now, another thing you guys may notice is right here, the headlights. Being that we had everything plugged up here, I thought we might as well try out the front headlights, and they look great there. In fact, let's go ahead and hit the lights right quick and just check out how cool that looks there. I so love this build. And once again, I know I mentioned at the beginning of the video here, but I cannot recommend this build enough from Eaglemoss Hero Collector. How about another size comparison here? I actually put the front hood on as well. I'm actually going to put this down right quick because whew, it is heavy. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's build video. I certainly enjoyed, building it, and I can't wait for the next one. As always, if you'd like to start your very own build, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we do have links right down below in the description. Click them, sign up today, and start to build your very own Ecto-1, the same Ecto-1 that we're building in this video series. So that's all I've got for here right now. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, be sure to check out our Patreon page. A link to that can be found right down below in the description. And I'll see everybody right back here next time.
No ghosts. Ghostbusters! Black and sackcloth, mass hysteria. Full roaming vapors are in your area. And these skeletons can break your bones, but I ain't afraid now. Ghosts, no bozos in the back of my ambulance. Pulling out the firehouse, I will handle it. Back off, man, I'm a scientist. And all this hardware I brought will fry them quick. Because astral projections are quite ethereal. And not what you want when you eat your cereal. Accelerate protons, shorten streams. Don't wanna get my face burnt up, go team. Cause you are not alone.